So for individuals who are in the early stages, you might want to increase the intensity of this workout by also adding a stability cushion that looks like this. Purchase one on Amazon. What this will do is this will increase the work in your abdominal wall. And so if you're in the early stages, you'll probably be fine to do this. And this is just a way to make sure you're also engaging the internal obliques, the TVA, the deepest layer of your core. But what I will say is when you put this stability disc on a chair, make sure your feet aren't dangling in the air. So for me, in this chair, I would need to put 2 yoga blocks under my feet. And I would have to do that for all exercises so that my feet are not hovering and I have that stability. Remember, your thighs, when you're seated, shouldn't be above the bony protrusions of your hips. They should be slightly below. And you want your ankles tracking under your knees and your feet solidly planted, perfectly parallel. Add this disc for any of the levels if you see fit. Okay, our first stretch, we're going to be opening up the hip flexors. We're going to sit sideways in a chair, and you want a chair that you can come into a supported lunge, so you're seated profile in the chair, and you're going to stretch one leg behind you, one leg in front. Breathing here, we're opening up the back leg's hip flexor. So think about your pelvis pulling down towards the floor, and take your outside arm up. And breathe. You can take a side body stretch over. Pull the lower abs in to support this movement. So if we're seated a lot for work or travel, these hip flexors get very tight. And depending on your posture, if you're sway back, flat back, or lordosis, they're going to be very active if you have lordosis. And they could be just posturally tight if you have sway back or flat back. Let's take 2 more breaths here, and then we'll switch sides, setting up on the second side to open up that other hip flexor. So as you're stretching here, let's get in touch with our breath, inhaling either through the nose or mouth, and exhaling out the mouth. Think about fogging a mirror with your breath. It sounds a little bit like Darth Vader, and in yoga we call it the Ujjayi breath. And you're constricting your vocal cords. This is actually a way to contract the deepest layer of your core, your transverse abdominis, which helps protect your low back. So you have to keep the belly pulled in. You don't want to push the belly out on your exhale. You want to pull it in towards the spine and then fog a mirror with your exhale. And if you do have any issues with your bladder, this is a great way to condition the lower pelvic floor just by pulling it in and doing that Ujjayi breathing. We're going to make our way to a normal seat. You can turn and face me in your chair. You're going to grab your second to lightest loop band, and with the YouniquelyFit kit, this is our green loop band. We're going to bring it around our wrists, and we're going to take our arms overhead. Option to sit with your feet hip distance apart. If you have back or knee issues, you can bring them together to engage your inner thighs if you don't. So we're going to take our hands through that second to lightest band and lift our arms overhead. With our arms overhead, we're going to plug our shoulders down, lengthen the fingers up to the ceiling, lift your chin a little bit, take a nice long inhale. Imagine me pulling your pelvis down towards the floor, get longer through your torso, and exhale, pull out on the band with both hands, pulling out. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, plug the shoulders down, pausing the movement, and exhale, pull out on the band. 2, 3, both sides. And inhale, plug the shoulders. Exhale, pull out. 2, 3, 4. Keep that going. Inhale. And exhale, pull out. 2, 3, 4. 2 more sets. Inhale. Abs tight. Exhale and pull. 2, 3, 4. 1 more. Inhale. Brace your belly like you're going to be punched in the gut and fog a mirror. Take those arms back down. You can take that band off. We're going to do a little cross punching for your TVA. So bring your arms up like you're about to fight, fist. Take a nice inhale, pulling your pelvis down towards the floor. And on your exhale, I want you to twist and cross punch. Keep going until you finish your exhale. So cross punching the body. Good. Inhale, sit tall to prepare. Exhale, go hard, punching and twisting. And notice how that lower belly works underneath you. Inhale, feel your pelvis pull down towards the floor. Exhale, feel your inner thighs pull back towards the wall behind you so you sit up on the top of your sits bones and then punch. Drive those punches. Find your target. Get any aggression you have out so that you can enjoy your day. I'm sure you can think of somebody that could use a big punch. Give it to them right now. Don't throw your shoulder out in the process, though. Keep those shoulders plugged down. Nice work. Couple more. Inhale, exhale, and punch. 2, 3, 4. One more set. Inhale, exhale, and punch. 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. From here, we're going to grab that second to lightest band we were just using, and we're going to place it back around our wrists. Take your arms back overhead, plug your shoulders down. Inhale to get longer through your spine, and exhale to side bend in one direction. Inhale to lift back up to center. So I want you to make sure that as you bend, you don't lift your hip, the opposite hip. So keep your pelvis grounded in the chair. You're getting a nice stretch under your armpits where your lats attach. Keep your head centered between your arms. Pull out on the band a little to engage your scapular stabilizers. Watch out for elevation in the shoulders, so really plug the shoulders down the back. Lift your chin up. We don't want that forward head syndrome. And imagine your shoulder blades are holding a pencil between them. I want you to pull them together, opening the front of the chest and engaging the serratus anterior, your shoulder blade anchor. 2 more. We're alternating sides, using our breath. Excellent. And 1 more. Okay, hold it up. Lower the arms down for a second. Just keep the hands on your thighs and roll your shoulders back. Give me 10 and 9. Breathing 8 and 7, 6 and 5. You're doing great. Chin up. Relax the facial muscles as you're working. No need to strain the chest or the facial muscles or the neck. Put the work in the tummy and the upper back. Go ahead and put your hands back through that loop band. We're going to add a breath. We'll be holding in our side bend, and this is going to engage the external obliques. So take the arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to one side. Hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. And inhale back up. And going to the other side. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale back up. 2 breaths. Take it down, holding for 2 breaths. Inhale 1, breathe. Brace those abs. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Hold it. And inhale, lift. Taking it to the side. Inhale 1. Slow it down. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale, lift. So try to hold 2 breaths at the bottom. Inhale 1. Breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2 and lift. And let's do 1 more for good measure. Pull the shoulder blades together. Lift your chin. Try to think about your front ribs melting through the body towards your back body so you don't get that arch and you don't disconnect from your core. Lower those arms down. Take that band off. We're going to do some alternating lateral flexion to really burn those internal and external obliques. Bring your arms down by your side. So if they'll be outside of the chair, outside of your hips. Sit up tall. Inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to be bending side to side like this, working your obliques. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, move side to side, reaching for the floor with each arm. Good. Great way to get those love handles in the back, out of the way, around that QL area. So sit up tall, make sure you're not slouching. Watch out for the head falling forward. So I always like to keep my eyes up a little higher than eye level. And that includes when you start to go down, find a focal point on the wall when you're center, and then just follow the wall down as you lower and keep going. Give me 2 more full sets. So we inhale, pause, we exhale, move. 2, 3, and keep the tempo quick here. We're looking for a little cardio. We're looking for a little burn in the low belly and the side body. 1 more set. Great. Okay, from here, let's take a gentle neck stretch. Interlace your hands behind your head. Tuck your chin to your chest and relax here. Elbows can come in towards the ears, applying a little more pressure. Sitting up tall, make sure that the weight of the hands doesn't cause your upper back to round forward. Keep your shoulders down your back, collarbone wide, proud chest, abs in. Couple more breaths here. Relaxing the facial muscles. Checking in with that ujjayi breath. Contracting the lower pelvic floor, lifting up on those muscles that stop your stream of pee on each exhale. So it's that internal lift. Feels like an elevator going up the shaft of your torso, energy out through the crown of the head. So you're pulling up, up, up on those muscles on your exhale. 1 more breath here. Feel free to turn the chin right or left if one side feels tighter than the other. Breathing. Great job.